G'day, g'day, g'day. Hello, everyone. This is the pure one.
Cinema
Mr.
soda.
Yes, on Cinema Soda. Welcome you guys
Wait,
in Cinema Soda.
hold up. Are we recording?
Yes, we are. I'm gonna do
Okay,
this again.
cool.
All right, cool, cool. Hi there. Welcome to Cinema Soda. This is the Three Musketeers. Me, VR Sabako, aka SQJ Pure, Mr. X, um, Kem Extraden, and Meister Geek Media. Okay, so basically, for Meister Geek, he is the great artist and musician who, but the main thing is the art that he did with Black Panther and the Super Skrull. Mr. X is the man behind all of this, the big man in the sky from the Truman Show. He, of course, African Frame, Retro Mzansi. There's so many things to know. This is our monthly trailer show. That's what's coming up on Numetro. Let us start
Plug
immediately.
yourself.
Oh yeah, that's right. I exist.
Oh, by the way, thank
Um,
you to everybody who's been subscribing. I see the numbers are growing. We're
mhm.
on 53 subscribers now. So,
Woo, there you
yeah.
go. Every person counts, including you and the guy behind you. Um,
Shout out to my grandma for pressing the button.
yep. All
Shout
four
out to my gardener.
cheesies, my kneesies, lemon squeezies. We all appreciate you guys. As for
Okay,
me,
yes. Now, VR Cibeco,
yes,
please
I am VR
tell people about
Sibeko.
yourself.
If you Google VR Sibeko, I come up. VRSIPEKO. My books come up. My latest book being a free short story that is a part of a book series tied to this baby over here. That is coming out hopefully this year. If not, then next year. Then I've got another one coming out this year as well, hopefully. Um, all of those available soon. Just type in VR Sibego into Google, into iStore, and you'll find me. You can read all my books there. Cool. And let us begin with our first
VM
movie trailer.
does not stand for virtual reality, guys. Please.
What was it? That sounded like a disclaimer. What is that?
No, I'm saying your initials, they don't stand for virtual reality. They must relax.
Mm, he's working with Musk. AI.
Um, Ooh, that was a close one. Almost did catch the pawn this time. All right. We are now
Mm,
we are now looking at the different shows. We'll now start with The Detective of Sheep, the Batman of Sheep. No, I'm joking. The Sheep Detective. What did you all think about it? Buck?
Oh, God.
uh, please go first, because
Mm-hmm.
I think I
All right.
didn't see this one.
Uh-oh. Okay, no problem. I shall go
No, but
first.
yeah, don't worry. I'm making a plan right now.
Yeah, I know. I'll stall. You didn't have to say. I was gonna. I figured. Anyway, the She Detective. Let me get my notes here. I actually now this could be nostalgia. I completely understand, but I loved this trailer. This trailer made me so happy. It was ridiculous. I'm a big fan of Babe, Sheep in the Big City. I mean, Babe in the Big City, the original Babe. I even read Charlotte's Web as a kid. I think it was part of like primary school stuff. I don't know if everyone had to read that. Big fan of that kind of storytelling. Um, wasn't expecting Wolverine to be
Okay.
the main, the first, a temp character. Um, but otherwise, love the pieces. I love the voices. It's a bit, obviously, I'm older now, so it is a bit cheesy, but I actually kind of like the cheese. The cheese adds flavor. So I am very happy with the trailer. Oh my gosh, I had a blast. So, and I think this is gonna be a hit. I think it's gonna work out. I believe, which is why I'm gonna give it a positive 50 million. I think it's gonna make its money and more. Mr. X?
Man, the cheese I think was a bit too much for me. Um, I don't know, man. But after you spoke, you just reminded me of Animal Farm, and I love Animal Farm. So I can't be too harsh on it. It could actually work. I mean, the graphics look amazing. So It's not the Lion King graphics that John Favreau did that were abysmal, where everything just felt like it's lifeless.
Mm,
This actually works for what it is, and
mm,
perhaps it's not meant to be taken seriously, but it's just meant to. It's an escape,
mm,
it's escapism. But it just feels like Hugh Jackman. For me, it's kind of like what Robert Downey did with Doolittle. You know, um, I don't know if he should be doing these kind of things, but he's sellable, so I get it. He's a bankable actor.
yeah.
So I think plus 20 million
All right, plus
from
20. I
my
like
side.
that. Someone got some positivity energy right there. Um, Hopefully we've stalled enough for the big man. Um,
Well, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
I think you have. Just made my way through this.
I laugh it's the wrong
Mm,
detective.
it's the sheep detectives, right?
Yeah, not the goat detective.
Where apparently, where apparently Wolverine has lost his healing factor. Gotten taken out by a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ish. Yeah, things were rough after that. After that adamantium poisoning. Ne? Um,
The bat cow did it.
this feels like Knives Out with sheep, which is kind of strange. Um, Talking animals is kind of just. I think after Doolittle ruined them, it's like it's kind of hard to see talking animals again. So I don't know. How strong are these sheep that they can ram a car? Can sheep do that? I've had sheep before, but I'm like, I don't think they can do that. But anyway, mm, I can see this working.
Mm,
But a murder mystery child, that's a very weird combination. It's like a murder mystery children's movie
mm.
where the sheep are the detectives.
Yeah, basically.
I'm not sure who this would appeal to. Maybe it'll appeal to nostalgia crowd.
Morbid
Uh,
children.
yeah,
You know what I've
all
noticed
very
lately?
morbid.
It feels like Hollywood is focusing more on family movies again. After
Who?
the success of Disney movies, but it seems like Hollywood is starting to focus on family movies again.
Oh yeah. I thought this was more
Yeah,
British, but
true.
yeah, no, they should. I think they must. I think they need to make a comeback. Get away from what they've been trying to
But
do, and
I don't think that this would be it though, because this feels very strange.
it feels
And
slow. It feels like they're not trying to be too
yes,
ambitious, and those are the ones that sometimes blow up, man. You know what I mean?
no. I'm saying the scale of it
Mm.
is good because they
Mm,
don't need to be going big with the sheep.
mm,
I just
mm.
think that because it's got that child element to it, having a child element in a murder mystery and a whodunit, and the sheep are the. I feel like that's a very weird combination that will
Yeah,
appeal to like a very niche type of person.
fair.
So I don't know if they're going for mass appeal with this.
It's possible. Just
Because
remember Harry
Babe
Potter
wasn't.
was, yeah,
Yeah, I'm saying because Babe wasn't. It was just a kids movie
true.
with a message and things. It
Yeah,
wasn't like you know.
true. But remember this, Harry Potter is technically a detective mystery as well, if you actually think about it in a weird
Yeah,
way.
it is. No,
So, I
no, it is.
mean,
But it's
No, it
got
is.
magic. It's got magical wands and expelliarmus, so it can confuse people in enough to not understand the mystery. Um. Anyway, okay, I've spoken
okay.
long enough on this. I'm gonna say plus 10.
All right,
Hugh
plus
Jackman
10.
can do something. Well, his character dies in the beginning, so I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Hey,
But
man.
and I think maybe the kids will like the talking sheep,
Mm,
and that can maybe distract them from the murder mystery.
yeah. Just remember, Hugh Jackman showed up for what, 2 minutes for Night at the Museum, too? And that worked out nicely for them. So you never know. That's
Do
still,
you
Yeah,
that's
guys
but then he also did
remember
movie 43.
that came out,
fair.
I think 2 years
Touche.
ago?
Huh? Sorry?
Do you guys remember the animated movie that came out, I think 2 years ago? It's also murder mystery, but it was like a mosquito and I don't remember, but we were like, what the hell is a mosquito doing as a detective? think in a train or something, and we were like, "Oh, don't you
I don't think it
remember
was a mosquito. I think it was something else. I can't remember. I know which one you're talking about,
this?
but I think it was
Laptop or
another
something?"
animal.
Yeah, but it was like animal. It was like a whodunit, kind of like Midnight at the Orient Express, but with animals.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
And it
ever
was
watched that
3D.
one. That sounds ridiculous.
No,
Oh,
No,
you
you
saw
did.
it. We saw
Trust me,
it.
you did. You saw it.
damn.
We were shocked. Like, it's really happening. Yeah.
That
Yeah, we
damn.
hated it so much that we blocked it out as a traumatic experience.
Okay, guys, let us get back to normal. That's my segue. Let's get back to normal with the next trailer called Normal. Um, yeah! I should wear the glasses.
Na 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 na. And then
Um,
Yes,
random
I am
explosion.
God. Only, only.
only
Hey,
on E, yes. Okay, and it is our
that
favorite
guy and those glasses, do you think he did that like for real? Like he was in the like that was an acting choice? He's like, director, I'm going to do
Horatio.
this.
season one. It
Yeah.
was his own choice. Season one, but then
Horatio
after
T.
season two and three, I'm sure once it became a meme, even before the days of like Twitter, they were like, you have to do it no matter what. The writers were sitting there
But
like,
my question is, what if it's raining? What if it's snowing?
still,
What if it's at night, midnight?
still,
Do you still have one liners?
still.
Look, man,
Oh man.
in his veins, when it's freezing in his veins, he's ice cold.
He puts the glasses on, and then someone holding coffee drops it on themselves. They go, and then
It's like, yeah, when you get murdered in the cold, Horatio with a freezing tundra will walk up to the body like looks like he got the cold shoulder.
yep, yep. Okay, now guys, let us do this.
Yes, let's focus.
All right. Bob Odenkirk is
Hi,
back.
I'm not on screen, but Kai.
Yeah, okay. Wait, no, I'm saying this is a part of it. Bob Odenkirk is back, ladies and gentlemen. Him and the guys from John Wick.
Odin Quirk. Okay,
Yes,
sorry,
yes,
no,
yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, the guys from John Wick and the other one, they're back. What do you think, Buck?
All right. Odin Quirk as an action hero is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I see what they're trying to do. I don't know if I buy it. Again, this small town thing, I guess that's supposed to be an excuse for them to have all the guns and none of the police are actually going to be doing anything,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of strange. Your question is, why don't you just move if there's all these guns flying all over the place? Um, the trailer, I will give it this. It's confusing enough. It's confusing enough that we don't know what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure if that's a good thing because like people didn't really respond to Nobody 2. So I
Mm.
don't know how they're going to be feeling about this right now. And the jokes they're fine, I guess. The action is fine, I guess. There's nothing really special. It's just that one scene in the bar, I can't tell what's happening. And I'm just like, is Odenkirk blocking bullets with a wooden table? Is he MacGyver?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
I'm just like, that's not possible. Like, I get it's a movie, but you told me that this guy's supposed to be a regular sheriff man.
He's got some skills.
It's like Liam
Again.
Neeson. Odenkirk is doing Liam Neeson now, where it's just like he's a regular man, but then he secretly trained in jujitsu for 6 years, and now he can disable anybody by pressing their shoulder pressure point or something. Like Liam Neeson always supposed to be a regular dude, and then you find out he had a past where he's got skills
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, and you're like, really? This one I'm gonna say +5.
+5. I like it. Okay, for me, I didn't think technically, here's the thing about this that I think is funny. I think objectively, if this was their first ever project, this would be a good trailer. But I even wrote in my notes, cliche. It all feels cliche at this point. When I watched it, I could taste the gnomes, the nobody in it. I could taste the John Wick. What's it? The second John Wick. That's the one where like he fights a guy at the library, right? That's John Wick 2, right?
Yeah,
Or is that 3?
yeah,
Yeah.
with the knife. That was the knife. Yeah.
I think yeah. Fuck, I think it's 3. But anyway, like it just it. I even got this. I was like, I bet you could taste that the guys that made that Valentine's Day one were here as well. The dialogue is somewhat there, and I'm just like, oh my God, like. Get 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 Aaron Sorkin just in there to do the dialogue alone. He's just gonna look at the dialogue, and then you guys can do all your weird action stuff, and then let someone else be in the writer's room, guys, because the
Because
ideas are
remember you and
cool.
I had the same discussion
Huh?
with Love Hurts. You and I had the exact discussion with Love Hurts when he came out last year, remember?
Yeah. Yes,
Hmm.
yes, exactly. You're right. And and we need someone else in the room besides you guys. You know what it feels like? Okay,
That's
this is
why
gonna be very South
I don't
African,
like
guys.
the John Wick movies, by the way. From
Oh
I
my
told you
gosh.
guys that I don't like the John Wick.
Yeah,
And it's
we're not
because
gonna
of
get
the
into
writing.
that. We're not
Yeah,
even gonna
sure.
get into
I'm
that.
just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh no. Mm-mm. I of course love them, but I'm just
Don't
saying
let the
this.
Keanu Reeves fans find you, ne?
Yeah, like me.
They must come. They'll know who
But
the little Wanyika is.
They'll attack you with pencils, Chief. You'll have to be dodging number twos left and right.
They must come.
Mm.
What's up,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro?
anyway.
Fuck. Nah, I kind of lost it. Shit. Um.
No,
You
man.
know,
You were talking about something about South Africa. I don't know what you said.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying it feels a bit. What's the word? Not incestuous. Well, I guess no, it does feel incestuous. It feels like for the South Africans to
Oz.
know, it feels like those guys from like Karabo from Generations, Connie, what's her name? Connie
Yeah.
Ferguson.
Mm.
And
Funny
also the guy
Ferguson.
that
Yeah.
played like Tao Mogale in Generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those niggas are always in the same 5 movies. Do you know what I mean? Like they're always in
Oh.
these are movies, and you're like, okay, what are they all friends? Does the SABC money only go to them? Do you know what I mean? Remember that there was like a time period that was happening.
Feel the same way when you watch Tarantino movies and you see Michael Madsen and Samuel L. Jackson and Tim Roth.
True. But the only difference is in America, it feels like there's more money to spread around. In South Africa, it feels like they've got all the government's money just for them. It feels like the tenders only go to them because a lot of South African, for those who don't know, in South African, like in American films, they rely on people with money to invest. With us, we rely on the government to give us tenders, basically to make a movie. So that's like the big difference. And that's what this feels like. It feels like please invite someone else to the room. So anyway, I'm bored and I'm worried that the rest of the world will be bored too. But it's still a cool looking promise, still a cool looking trailer. So I'm gonna give it a doubtful negative 20 million. That's what I'm gonna give it. Mr. X?
Um, Look, Odenkirk is clearly a leading man, whether we want to accept it or not, he's the guy. And action is clearly working for him because nobody seems to have made a huge mark in Hollywood as of late. The first one, definitely.
Mm. Okay, yes.
And it's purely because it's Odenkirk at the helm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it plays to his diversity as an actor. You know, for someone who's playing a guy who hires Elastic Girl on an animation in Incredibles 2 to playing Saw, a lawyer. Now he's actually doing the fighting.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And then so now that he's making money with these guys and it's probably less expensive than Keanu Reeves,
Mm.
then they're bringing back this whole sheriff trope, which has died, I think, but because of Stranger Things, now it's coming back. So you see a whole small town Stranger Things, and it takes me back to Jaws,
Mm.
you know, because the
Yeah.
main character was the sheriff in a small town again.
Yeah.
Then you have Lena Headey, shout out to Lena Headey, the TV version of Sarah Connor, and she was in Game of Thrones, one of the most important characters in Game of Thrones. She is in this. You don't really see much of her, but she is in there, and I think she's on Odenkirk's team, so that's a
Mm.
plus for Game of Thrones fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something weird about this town, and we don't know what it is exactly. Buck has mentioned it, that we don't actually know what's going on in this trailer. Are they
Yeah.
under a spell? What's going on? You don't really know. So I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I think it could have worked better as a series, in my opinion. But since it's the team that Buckmeister spoke about who prioritize action and the script later, it's also these guys were supposed to have made some of these movies in the 80s. I feel like they're in the wrong decade, but I'll give it a plus 20. I think it might surprise us.
So I have the lowest faith technically.
Yeah, technically you do, but I feel like mine's about to be gonna be proven lower. But we'll see. All right, guys. And now for the people that made the world's greatest beat, Mortal Kombat
Weep, weep,
2.
weep, 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 weep. Test your might.
Now let's see. Number 1 was good. Will number 2 beat the
Number
records
one
or
was good.
annihilate itself like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the OG Mortal Kombat 2? Let us find out with our scoring.
Wait. You thought the
No,
first one was good?
there's no way. There's no way this movie is
It
gonna be
made
worse than
money.
Annihilation.
It made money.
Yeah, but it made money. That's why there's a sequel. Number 1 was successful.
It was?
Yes, I'm confused as to
Yeah,
How?
your confusion. Let's go find
because
its
people
money.
love Scorpion and people love Sub-Zero, bro.
Bruh, they were in that thing for like 15 minutes.
It was good
And then we
enough.
focused on Cole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
we're gonna get
that's
into
what the
that.
trailer sold, though. You remember that the trailer sold us Scorpion and the beef between Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
All right.
It made 80 million, 20 million on its opening. Remember, this was not a high budget movie. There was no one you knew in that movie. Um, I don't
Well,
even
Not
know.
I
really, but
knew
a few people.
the guy who played Jax. I've seen him somewhere.
The
He was
fact that you
in
said I've seen
Supergirl
him
and
somewhere
also
feels.
no, he was in
Makar Brooks.
Supergirl
There
as
we
Jimmy
go.
Olsen.
Yeah,
He was the
Makar
black
Brooks.
Jimmy Olsen.
Are you
And
mentioning the
I mean we
CW
also
as a bonus? Is that what's happening right now?
no,
Are we
I'm
like, whoa,
answering
no, you don't
where we
understand. He
saw
made
I'm
it.
saying
Yeah?
no, we're saying where we saw him. I get what we don't know them. We're just letting you know that we
All
know some
right.
of these
I
people.
probably saw him at a traffic
And
light.
then also and then also Kaneki Demon, Hiroyuki Sanada. I guess he's the one that plays
He's a
Scorpion.
character actor. Yes, okay, I understand what you're saying, but he's a
But we
character
know
actor.
him.
But now we're playing semantics right now because you're like naming like
How?
that's like me saying, oh yeah, who can I think of right now? Carlton Banks is in the next movie, guys. That changes everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, you're right, we know
That's
him,
what we're
but
saying. I mean, Rob,
so
sorry. That's not what we're saying, bro. We're just saying we know some people. That's all.
I, I,
Hmm. All right. So
anyway,
yeah, Mortal Kombat.
yeah, Combat of the Mortals. Where the hell is my screen? Okay, there we go. Cool. Buck, do you want to go first? Carl Urban,
Yeah,
everyone else?
your soul is mine. It has not been said in this trailer, which is okay. One thing I'm worried about is that they're making the same mistake of the first movie, but the difference is that now that it's a known character, people might be more susceptible to it. But Johnny Cage is not the main character of Mortal Kombat, guys.
I mean,
He
he's
might
okay.
not be the main character of this movie, but he's the reason Mortal Kombat actually exists
Yeah, he's Jack
in the
Sparrow.
first place.
He's the Jack Sparrow of the Mortal Kombat series. Liu Kang
Yeah,
and Shao
like the
Kahn.
game wouldn't exist without. If Johnny Cage was not conceptualized, Mortal Kombat wouldn't exist, by the way.
Yeah,
Because
he's
if you guys remember, Johnny Cage was based off Van Damme from Bloodsport,
yes.
and that's how Mortal Kombat was made. And
Yeah,
Van Damme was
but
like, nah, I'm
I
not
mean,
interested.
sharp. But like now we a lot of decades removed from that, and like the main guys in the story have usually been Liu Kang and Raiden and everything. And I'm just like, to me, it's going to be that question of like, first off, are they even going to give him his combat abilities earlier in the movie? Because if Johnny is just a regular guy for a lot of that movie, it's going to be like, why did you need to recruit to this guy? What was the special reasoning? Also, Carl Urban is miscast as Johnny. It's not working. He's more
I
Kano than
agree.
the actual guy who's playing Kano.
But yeah, they couldn't afford Pedro Pascal. So
Nah.
They couldn't find anyone.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I'm just saying. Like, to me, he's not. He's Kano. Like, that's Kano in the face. Carl Urban is Kano to me. So for him to be Johnny, and also he's not a traditionally handsome guy, and Johnny was a traditionally handsome dude. So this casting feels all over the place. Also, it's
Wow,
like,
that's
is he
interesting. Carl
fighting
Urban
Shao
is not a
Kahn?
traditional handsome.
No way he's not
Interesting.
Huh?
fighting Shao Kahn. I don't think I saw that. They're not gonna
Yeah,
do
but I'm saying
that.
like
They were.
the way they
They
cut the
shoot Shao
trailer, and
Kahn.
then they have him say, "All right, you ugly freak" or whatever, and I'm just like, are you guys trying to set up Johnny Cage versus Shao Kahn right now?
We'll have to see. But it looks like they
Yeah,
got rid
I
of the
guess
other
so.
guy, which is interesting.
Wait, so I wonder how much did the movie make? How much did the first one make? You said
83
uh this one I'll say plus 50.
plus 50. I think it's definitely gonna make more. I actually kind of think it's gonna make more at least in total, not in its opening. I think that's too ambitious, but I think it's gonna do okay.
Yeah, you see, this is what happens when you make Wolverine the main character of a film franchise based on something else.
Mm,
That's exactly what they're doing here with uh, Johnny Cage.
yeah, it's kind
And
of
by the
fun.
way, I saw a scene where he was dodging Kitana's, her weapon.
Hmm.
And Jesus, man, Carl Urban's American accent was horrible. Like you could hear,
Ah,
I don't know if he's Aussie or Canadian. I don't know what he is. I think it's one of the two. You could hear that accent, and he's trying to force it. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? That shouldn't have been the take. We needed another take on that one. You know what I mean? Um, yeah.
That's kind
But
of
anyway,
funny. I feel like I'm going to be the positive person in this one, which is kind of funny. Because I actually kind of, at
okay.
first, I think with the first trailer, I absolutely thought Carl Urban was miscast. I think he looked terrible. I think they went almost too far with the washed up actor vibe. Because technically, like, I prefer Mortal Kombat 1 more Johnny Cage than this current one. That was the vibe I got. The final trailer kind of won me over a little bit. They show a lot more Johnny and kind of just to show how deeply washed up he is. They're trying to really like play it down, which I think is actually a viable angle. I mean, I don't think he's the main character. I mean, they show him more than they show Liu Kang, and it looks like that other nigga is gone. I'm guessing he dies
No, he,
immediately or something.
no, I think he's in it. There's a shot of Cole.
I think I saw him like once, but yeah. Looks like Kano is back because nobody ever dies. Um,
Yeah, like how did that happen?
I do not know. I think this movie is gonna pull
didn't
itself
they
to
say
pieces.
he carried the movie
Yeah, ironically, he was the
in the
Johnny
last movie?
Cage he was the Johnny Cage of the Mortal Kombat of the first Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah, definitely. But I think they want to put the weight on Carl Urban, so I think that's what's gonna happen here. I I don't know. I liked it. I think the movie's got too many people. It's gonna pull itself to pieces by trying to stretch too many angles. I think it's gonna, but I think the initial watching of it is still gonna be fun. So I'm going to say the initial hype is gonna hold it over to give it a plus 80. This is ridiculous by me. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna. I think Buck's one is more correct, but I'm gonna be the more hopeful one. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna take a chance. All right, cool, man. Mr. X?
Yeah, look, I'm a huge Johnny Cage fan, man. I'm not much into the lore, but based on the original Mortal Kombat, not even the movie, I'm talking about the game.
Mm,
He was one of the top main characters. Like he was, it's kind of like when you're watching Dragon Ball. You know that there's a Goku, but he's like a Gohan or something, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Um, that's how important he was back in the day. Um, Carl Urban, I love Carl Urban as an actor, man. Been a fan of his for the longest time, but I feel like it just seems like they're trying to do the Robert Downey thing with him, where you get a much older actor to play a certain role, and you think that he's gonna be your meal ticket to a franchise. Because honestly speaking, I just think that the reason they don't want to make Liu Kang the main character is probably because you know how it is Hollywood, uh, where they say in African American led movies don't sell overseas or shit like that. It just feels like this is the same with Liu Kang. Then maybe they feel an Asian might not sell. I mean, why are you trying so hard not to put the main character in the fucking movie and make him the main character? It makes no sense, you know?
Liu Kang didn't do
So
well.
rather find a bankable actor to be a character that you can sell and take it from there. That's my opinion. I could be entirely wrong about this, but that's the impression that I'm getting. Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
look at
fair.
Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi worked very well, with Sam Liu. It worked fucking well. So I don't know what they're thinking. But um I don't know, man. They just never really get these games. I think what worked with the first Mortal Kombat that came out in the 90s was Mortal Kombat was still fresh. Mid was still figuring themselves out. The game was still new, and we still didn't know much about these characters. That's why that first movie worked. But here, a lot of people know about the lore now. And then you're bringing such a huge character into the sequel, and if you're trying to make him the main guy, you're confusing your base now, especially people that probably know these characters from the movie, the first movie. So, hey, it sounds like a mess, man. It sounds like a production disaster, in my opinion. But I think it's gonna do well. I really like the trailer as well. So I'm with you on that one, Rob. I think they did a brilliant job on that front. I don't know. I think it's probably gonna make plus 50 going forward.
Mm.
I'm thinking normally 200,000. So yeah, sorry, 200 million somewhere there. But we'll
But
see.
but you're saying plus 50 though.
Yeah, I'm saying plus 50.
You know what? I'm gonna change mine because I feel like we're all too close. And make it minus 100. I feel like that makes me happier. All right. And now, after dealing with Mother Mary, put her aside, we now bring out the devil in her finest Prada. Uh, starring, of course, Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep, the Oscar collector, the person who collects Oscars like Pokemon cards. Um, one of the legends
Stanley
with
Tucci and Emily Blunt.
exactly
Those are
one of
like
the
the main
legends of
four.
all time. Stanley Tucci as well is there, and I am excited. I hope Patrick Jane is there from The Mentalist, though I doubt it. Because I don't. Is he retired? Has anyone seen Patrick Jane in forever? Well, it doesn't matter. Of course, the first Devil Wears Prada, of course, was a massive success, cult classic, blew up over time. But let us see what we say about Devil Wears Prada 2, Mr. Buckmeister. Uh-oh. Buck, you there? Ah, damn. Okay. I guess I'll do it. Ah, I'll do it myself. All right, so Devil Wears Prada 2. Here's what I wrote here. Okay, so the glam from the first movie is 100% there. I loved it. Everything looked gorgeous. Everything looked crisp. Um, but um, again, it's gorgeous. I of course love Miranda, played by Meryl Streep. Um, she seems to be playing something slightly different now. I don't know if they're acknowledging her age now or something. Didn't feel as sharp, but I still loved her. I mean, Who Are You is amazing. What a hilarious. Ooh, what a bar. Like she genuinely doesn't know who she is. I thought that was hilarious. Her Hannah Hathaway's character
I don't
is.
think it's genuine. I think she's just being petty.
We'll see. I will say this though. The marketing was small, but the fact that it's a sequel of a cult classic means that the marketing didn't have to be that high. It didn't feel like they went even bigger than they went before. Something about this doesn't feel as expensive, though, because it's modern inflation, it'll be more expensive as a movie. Um, Something about that kind of lost me there. I felt a lot of nostalgia bait, like a lot of nostalgia bait, but I didn't feel a hook. Like, okay, so and my Anne Hathaway's character is back as a news reporter. Turns out she's not a news reporter, an editor, but now she's gonna be editor for the fashion magazine. Um, okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Does that mean like all her dreams fell apart? Is that the hook? Doesn't feel like a hook. This feels like nostalgia, plain and simple. Having said that, still a strong core. I know I'm excited about it. Um, Definitely gonna watch it. Maybe not on the big screen. Something will have to happen for me to watch on the big screen. But I do think there's a reason to watch on the screen. I think that core base will be there. So I'm gonna say plus 40 million. Nice, strong, firm, small market. Didn't feel like advertising should have been bigger. It wasn't. I'm pissed off about that. Strong 40 million.
Okay. From my side, yeah, we're getting the sequel 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I don't like about sequels sometimes is it's like the writers do such a terrible job writing characters, writing the same characters 20 years later. They either make it seem like it was not 20 years later because the growth just doesn't seem to have been there for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
or it's so detached from the original that you feel like you're watching a completely different movie. Um, Case in point, Coming to America, like the sequel was just abysmal. Like I just felt like I don't know what I was watching, you know?
Yes.
And I think that's the problem with, I don't think it's necessarily the writer's fault, but well, sometimes. But I feel
Yeah.
like when something blows up and becomes too big and we overanalyze it and people start wearing suits and cosplay as those characters and everybody loves that and people start calling the actor by the character's name instead of the actual actor's name, like then you're gonna get disappointed, man. It's kind of like what's happening with One Piece now, where it's so big that people are like, no matter what the One Piece is, someone is gonna be disappointed because
Of course.
they're gonna be underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like we all went through this just for this. So I feel like even with this film, it's like Annie, it's been 20 years for you to go back to Miranda
Yep.
20 years later. And the reason you left Miranda in the first place is so that you can pursue your writing
Yeah.
career,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
It
remember,
was.
the first movie was based on a book and based on the lady who actually worked for a fashion magazine and was a writer, even though her writing was not that good, but she wrote the book. You know what
Oh.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Anne Hathaway was like the eighth choice in this thing. Rachel McAdams was actually the first choice at the time. But anyway,
Yeah.
like here, don't I?
No, no.
It's good to see the four of them. I don't know what's going to happen to Emily Blunt's character because if you remember in the first movie she left
Yeah.
because she was all betrayed by another one. So the fact that she's here now, I'm like, what's her role?
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci was also betrayed by Miranda, if you remember. He thought he
Oh
was
yeah.
getting the promotion, but he's still there. Is this blind loyalty? What's going on? He's still there 20 years later.
Yeah, still waiting for his turn, I
So
guess.
yeah, so that's my thing. My question is, what are we doing? What is this movie about? Is it just about you guys just kissing Miranda's ass for 20 years? Or are we gonna see Miranda crumble and fall and now we're shocked that the great Titan has now become something like a shadow of herself or whatever. I don't know, but
I mean, that would
we
be a
will
cool
see.
angle.
I don't know if you saw the uproar. There was an uproar on social media because there's a scene with an Asian lady who wears glasses with a funny Asian name who was talking to Anne Hathaway. She wanted to shadow Anne Hathaway. So she's
Yeah.
basically Anne Hathaway where Anne Hathaway was 20 years ago. And people were like, how dare you show us a typical stereotypical Asian with glasses. And dude, you know how it is because everybody's
Nah,
woke
okay,
now.
those people can burn in
But
hell. Who cares?
well,
They,
I'm
who
only saying this
cares?
because I'm only
Yeah,
saying this because of what you said about the marketing, right? Like
yeah.
the marketing was not that big, but I think the controversy probably helped with
Okay, yeah,
that.
yeah.
So honestly, even if this movie flops, I think they're just having those four are just having fun because Stanley Tucci is Emily Blunt's brother-in-law and all that shit. But anyway, shout out to Stanley Tucci. He just recently got his Star Hollywood Walk of Shame. So sorry, of Fame, Walk of
Yeah,
Fame.
I was gonna say, what the
Recently,
hell?
this was like yesterday or the day before. I don't remember. Like even
Oh,
The Rock got a coming back from that event. Yeah. So shout out to the man himself, Mr. Tucci.
it needs to be
He
there.
deserves
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So I think this movie's gonna do well, man. Especially women. Women are gonna flock, bro, to
Hey,
watch
they
this
better,
movie.
man.
I'm seeing like the 500,000, this 500 millions to be honest with you.
Whoa, okay.
Once it's all said and done. Once it's
Uh,
all said and done, not the first month, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, what
But
the hell?
I think
Okay.
let me say plus 50 on this one as well. I
All
think it
right.
might reach the 100,000. And you know who's benefiting the most from this?
Who?
Prada,
Who?
because Prada,
Prada. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Why?
because it's a brand.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it's free marketing. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
free marketing for Prada.
Keep that name
Yeah.
in your mouth
I
as
mean,
much as
look, it's like
possible.
dude, if you put a movie called Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, I'm
Yes.
sure after that movie, a lot of people went to
Oh,
White
yeah.
Castle.
I didn't know what a White Castle was until that movie, dude. So, no, it makes perfect
Same
sense.
here. Same here, bro.
I
I
thought
thought
that
White
was a
Castle was
racist
actually a White
castle.
Castle.
Oh my
No,
gosh. But
no.
okay. Mr. Buck, are you there?
I think it's gone.
All right. Well,
Let's
hopefully we'll
continue, and if he joins us, we
yeah,
can
well
go back.
hopefully we'll catch him and get some numbers from him soon. Okay, now the best duet since Rush Hour. You thought Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan was tough. You thought Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte was tough. What about The Mandalorian and Grogu? Ladies and gentlemen, Pedro Pascal again. You probably know
Uh,
him from everything you've ever seen ever. And Grogu from every toy in the last 2 years. Okay, I guess I'll no, back. Okay. Cool, I'll start this off.
all
I,
right.
of course, I'm a fan of Mandalorian and Grogu. I like the show. I've watched every episode when it came out. I didn't even wait for it to then you'd binge it. No, I watched every episode as it came out. I was the happiest camper in the world because I like Westerns. So, season one, then season two got a little bit weird. Then season three just went off the rails. Um, Funny enough, I had more fun watching the Book of Boba Fett, the Mandalorian episodes than I think a lot of season three. That was more fun for me somehow. Um, but I don't know if this is a return to form, maybe like back to that season one and two days. I don't know if you remember, but season one started with like a movie where they had to like try and catch those sandworms. Like that was so great. This looks all over the place. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Graphically gorgeous. Clearly the A team is involved here. Um, Things looked weirdly realistic. I like that. Um,
Okay.
I don't like the fact that Mandalorian's mask came off again. I thought we were done with this whole Sylvester Stallone thing. For those who don't know, Sylvester Stallone would like sabotage a book so you could see his face more. The best example being Judge Dredd, where you basically got to see where you had to see Sylvester Stallone's face all the effing time. Ironically, Carl Urban, Mortal Kombat 2, did a great job by keeping his
Yeah.
mask on for all of Dredd. And can we stop seeing your face, Pedro? The whole point is that you wear the mask. But anyway, he's got the mask off again. Um, but otherwise, I can tell this is a big nostalgia episode. Like this stuff I don't understand, like that big alien guy. Clearly, that's someone from what's it called? The Rebels? Do you know the Star Wars TV show?
Rebels.
Is it called Rebels?
Oh, Star Wars Rebels. Yes, I've heard about Star Wars
Yes.
Rebels, but I've never
Yeah.
seen it. To
So
be
if you
honest,
know
yeah.
Ahsoka, the TV show Ahsoka from Star Wars is basically Rebels season
Yeah.
5. That's what people are saying. So that's why there's a lot of continuity mixed in. That's why you see Ahsoka and Mandalorian. It's for those people who like Rebels.
Okay.
So that's what some of those pictures will look where you're like, who is this? Why are they showing him like he's important? It's from that. Um,
Okay.
so there's clearly in the TV shows, Ahsoka, Mandalorian, and Boba Fett, they were building towards something. I'm assuming this is the something. I can only hope that it's good. Um, what did I write here? Okay, I said I don't expect much, but it's still Star Wars. I also wrote here the mask is off again. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Um, so I'm just gonna give this a plus 50. I'm just feeling these 50s today. Um, I think it's gonna beat plus 50. I think it's gonna beat it, but I just wanna play it safe. Because again, it's one of those things where it's still Star Wars, but you had to watch three different shows, and one of the shows had three seasons. So it's like, will that work? Because I think Downton Abbey did badly, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Downton Abbey
Yeah.
finale. Can you see it there? We all expected it to make a
I
hundred
remember
plus
Downton
million.
Abbey. Yeah, but Develo was right. I think he made an
Yes,
accurate prediction of how much he was gonna
yes,
make. I
exactly.
remember that. Yeah.
So it's possible it won't make its money. I can see that going wrong. Anyway, up to you, my main man, El Capitan. What do you think?
Oh man. I'm not a huge Mandalorian fan. Actually, to be honest with you, I think I only saw like the first 15 minutes of the first season of the first episode. So I'm pretty clueless when it comes to the Mandalorian and Grogu, aka Baby Yoda.
Did you even
But
understand
man,
anything
the
then?
pardon?
Did you understand anything when you're watching that trailer?
Not really, no. Not
Okay,
really.
there we go. That's
But
what I'm scared of. Okay, yeah, yeah, you were saying?
but like I said, the graphics are
Mhm.
amazing, and I didn't even know that Jabba the Hutt had his own kind still alive. I thought it was like one of the extinct characters in the movie, but pretty clearly like he has twin cousins or something. I don't know what's going
There's
on.
a whole episode about it. It's a bunch of gang shit. Just picture the mafia, the it's like a bunch of syndicates working together, and it turns out the Huts are like they're a whole race of that kind of fat worm thing. But yeah,
Mm, okay. But going back to what you said about the face thing, I, okay, you said it with Sylvester Stallone. I saw it with the MCU, where it's like you need to have a lot of shots with the actor in the suit.
mm.
That's why Thor barely wears a helmet. Low key barely wears a helmet. Um, Stark, even though most of the time when he's in action, you do see him,
Yeah,
uh,
inside the mask,
you
yeah.
know, yeah, with his mask, and you do see him inside the mask, which was very creative. But sometimes he, he shows you his face for the most. Even when he's talking to the main villains, you're like mid battle, they're doing this deliberately so that when you see these people out of the costumes on the street and whatever, you still love them, you still adore them, and they are bankable movie stars. They get paid for you to see their face on the screen so that you believe it's them in the suit, not some extra or some stunt guy.
True, but
That's
now
why it
here's the
doesn't make
thing.
sense. You remember you and I was yeah?
Okay, but here's the thing, right? With the Mandalorian, because you never watch a show. In the Mandalorian, it's specifically important. Because what happens is he's a part of a religious order. And in this religion, right, a part of the world got
Yeah.
destroyed, and they basically blame the fact that they weren't wearing their armor. They weren't ready for the attack.
Yeah.
So now they're ready all the time. They're like this warrior race, right? And they wear it
Yeah.
all the time. No
Oh,
exceptions.
okay.
But now, okay, so then it's like Judge Dredd. You wear it all the time. Why isn't he wearing it all the time? That's my issue. But yeah, sorry, yeah, carry on. I just was explaining that to you. Yeah,
Oh, I get it. But I
yeah.
guess that's the whole thing. You need to see
Mm.
that it's Pedro Pascal behind that thing. I'm like, who actually um didn't give a fuck about this whole thing. Vivo Vendetta. Not once do we see Hugo Weaving behind
Ah,
that thing.
yes,
Not once, bro.
yes,
Even when they showed that whole prison fire thing, we didn't see him, dog.
yeah,
We didn't see that guy who got burnt once.
yeah,
Like we have no idea how he actually looks like behind the mask, dog. So they paid attention and they respected the source material. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, yeah. So what can you say? Pedro Pascal needs. They need Pedro Pascal to sell this thing. That's why they showed his face in the trailer. Why else would they show his face?
I could not tell you, bro.
But anyway, despite everything that I've said, it looks really great. I don't know whether they're making. I thought Gru was a CGI character, but now it seems like they're making him like a puppet, kind of
Yeah, he's a
similar to how
puppet.
Yoda was a puppet
Yeah,
in the
he's a
movies.
puppet. And they even moves like a little puppet in the TV show as well. And yeah,
So was it in the series as well?
yeah. So that's
Oh, I
no,
didn't know that. Okay.
yeah. And he's 40
Oh,
years old.
okay. Oh, okay. And someone in the comments was like, what did they say? They said, Grogu's probably gonna talk by the end of this movie. Just watch.
He
But I just
better.
wanted to say that I don't know, man. The trailer gave me the impression that the Mandalorian probably might die in this movie. I don't know,
I wouldn't be
but we'll see.
surprised. Think about it. Pedro doesn't want to be in this anymore. He's a millionaire now. He's a billionaire now. Got too much money. He's got that Last of Us money. He's got that insert every movie ever money.
But I remember they gave us the impression that there might be a movie with him, Ahsoka, Boba Fett, and
Yes,
um. So if he dies in this one, then doesn't that defeat the purpose of
they'll just make Grogu the new
the?
main character. Like you said, maybe Grogu will talk. Grogu will talk, and then he will be the one who's like, I'm in charge now. I wouldn't be surprised, actually.
It would be so weird having Grogu be the leader of like the game.
It would be terrible. It would be
Oh,
terrible.
okay. I don't know, man. I think people love the Mandalorian, but
Yeah.
I think they love streaming the Mandalorian more than they love watching him in theaters.
Mm.
And given the backlash that we've gotten from the sequels, Star Wars sequels, I don't know how many people actually go flock in these movies because usually with the whole, you know, is it the stuff? What do you call this? What do you have after quadrilogy? What's the sixth? When it's six movies, nine movies. What do you call that? But these Star Wars movies, people usually went to go watch them for the lightsabers and
Yeah.
the Skywalkers and the Jedi. And all of and this is just like what I don't know what to call this guy. He's not a bounty hunter, is he? Boba Fett is the bounty
He's a
hunter.
bounty hunter. It turns out their whole culture is,
Okay.
yeah. So what happened was their culture was low-key
So I don't
destroyed.
know.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, their culture was low-key
So please
destroyed.
continue.
Their culture was like a part of their culture was low-key destroyed. So what happened was a group of them separated, and in order to survive and make money, they became bounty hunters because they're that culture where they wear the mask, they're natural hunters. So what they do is they hunt animals normally. So they use that animal hunting skills to then hunt people. And that's kind of like the idea.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
Mm.
Um, so maybe I mean I don't know when the last season of The Mandalorian came out, so it's possible that people might actually flock. I think have they given us some hook, like you said in the previous trailer?
Mm.
If there was a hook to this, maybe it was a young Luke or something, kind of like how they did that in the series. Was it The Mandalorian or was that Boba Fett, where they showed us a young Luke? I don't
Technically
remember.
both, but you see him longer in you see him for the first time in season 2 of Mandalorian, the end of it, final episode, like last minute, and then you see him a little bit more in one of the episodes of Boba Fett.
Yeah, if they got Sebastian Stan with the
Hmm.
wig and as young Luke, I think that would have been chef's kiss. But I guess they have enough faith that this IP. I mean, this is one of the things that's saving Star Wars, to be honest. This and Andor.
Mm.
So I think it's gonna do well, man.
I hope
So my
so.
money is on plus 80,
Plus
plus
80.
80.
Hot damn,
Yeah,
that's a nice number. All
yeah,
right.
man.
That is great, man. Let's go one more last call back. Buccaneer, Buckaroo.
The Buckaroo.
I mean, his thing is there. He made a sound.
I did hear the sound. I think his network is, this whole thing with throttling. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I think it's whatever network is using is probably, yeah.
I'm assuming the
These are the
hotel's
peak
Wi-Fi.
hours.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
Mm,
Buck, we'll put your numbers in, I
yeah.
guess. If you are there, we are with you in spirit. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Um, that was Cinema Soda. I think this was a lot of fun actually. Great show. Mr. X, from Retro Mzansi, African Frame, our captain. Thank you so much. We shall see you all next time.